Greetings, friends. I'm AK.
And I'm Laura.
And we are
The Chainsaw Girls. On today's episode, this is a fun one.
Very fun movie.
This is an AK recommendation. I saw it many moons ago, but completely forgot about it. We are covering 2015's The Visit.
I actually watched this for the first time this year.
Ooh, okay.
And I will say, on the second watch, when I was taking my notes,
Mhm.
for some reason, it actually made me emotional by the end of the movie, which we'll get to.
Oh.
But I was surprised how it hit me. I think it's just because instead of watching it, observing it, I was really dissecting the emotions in some of the scenes.
Yeah, I actually understand why. It's surprisingly heavy.
Yeah.
Emotionally speaking.
Yeah. Not too bad, but yes, it definitely goes there where you kind of don't expect it to.
Yeah.
You're like, oh shit, this is actually hitting me in the feels a little bit.
No, 100%. The Visit had a budget of $5 million. It grossed $65.2 million in the United States. That's kind of exciting. It was directed by M. Night Shyamalan.
Yes. So when I saw that, when I was watching it the first time, I was like, okay.
There's a twist.
He is known for having a twist in his movie, but I try not to think about it. So when I'm watching movies, I try not to figure out, oh, this is going to happen or this is the killer. I like to just watch it and try to clear my mind and just take it as it is. So
Really?
I did not know what was coming in this movie.
Dude, I'm like the exact opposite. I'm like, I've got a notepad and I'm like in my brain going like, okay, so we're introduced this person, and this person. Like, I love the whodunit aspect of it.
Oh yeah. Sometimes you can't help but go, okay, I see what's happening here.
Right.
So I love when I can actually just sit and clear my mind and that it's not obvious to me. I love that.
No, 100%. And I feel like the twist in this movie was done really well.
Oh my gosh, so good. So yes, it was $65.2 million in the US and Canada, $33.2 million in other territories that it grossed for a worldwide total of $98.4 million.
Whoa.
This movie did really well.
Wow.
And this was the lowest budget film that M. Night Shyamalan had done.
Damn.
Yeah.
I like a lot of his movies.
Me too.
Do you like the movie Signs?
Is that the one with that's the movie Signs with Charlie Sheen? No. Oh my gosh, I'm thinking of Scary Movie 3.
I was like, Charlie Sheen.
Because they make fun of that movie. Oh my gosh. Y'all already know I'm obsessed with the Scary Movie franchise.
I love Signs. It's so good. I think Joaquin Phoenix is in it.
Aliens are in there, right?
Aliens.
Aliens. It's about
You're
aliens.
like aliens, right?
That's the one. Yeah.
Great
yes.
movie.
I remember it scaring me as a kid.
Yeah, I really liked it. And obviously The Sixth Sense.
Yeah.
Love The Sixth Sense. I remember seeing it in theaters and I remember the twist blew my little 12-year-old brain's mind.
Isn't it crazy to think that now there's a new generation of kids that don't know the twist in that movie? Before, that was the joke where you're like, oh, and then in this movie, this happens.
Right.
But now you really could spoil it for someone. So we're not going to do that.
No, absolutely not, because it's great.
But yes, this movie was written by, and directed by M. Night Shyamalan. Also produced by Jason Blum and Mark Bienstock.
Oh, okay. So from Blumhouse.
Yes, this is a Blumhouse Productions. Also, Blinding Edge Pictures was a production company.
Okay.
And this was distributed by Universal Pictures.
Right on. I love that.
So this isn't technically a Thanksgiving or holiday season movie per se, but it does take place in the wintertime. And you can feel that this could be like kids going to visit grandparents during the holiday season.
Yeah, I go with that.
Yeah. They don't necessarily say Thanksgiving, but we're going with that for this holiday season.
I think it works.
I think it ties in.
Hell yeah. Shall I read IMDb?
Please do.
All right, here we go. 2 siblings become increasingly frightened by their grandparents' disturbing behavior while visiting them on vacation. Yeah, about sums it up.
Yeah, that's pretty to the point. Currently, at least at the time of this recording, The Visit can be found on Peacock and Tubi. Definitely go watch it.
Yes, Tubi's great. I love Tubi.
I love Tubi too.
My trainer Brian just discovered Tubi, and he keeps he'll send me random movies that he's watching that I've never heard of.
Yeah.
On Tubi.
I know people get mad about the ads, but it's like, bruh, they're letting you watch some movies for free.
That is exactly what I said.
Yeah.
I was like, it's free, man.
So this movie features Olivia DeJonge as Becca Jameson.
She was in Better Watch Out.
And so was Ed Oxenbould, who plays Tyler Jameson.
Oh, wow.
Yes, they're both in that movie as well.
I didn't realize that.
Earlier, you had asked me, you're like, she looks so familiar. And when I looked up what else she was in, I was like, oh, this is where you know her from.
I loved Better Watch Out. I thought it was so much fun.
I love that movie too. Also, Olivia DeJonge was in Elvis, the more recent movie about Elvis.
I didn't see that.
This movie also features Kathryn Hahn, who I love, as Loretta Jameson, Becca and Tyler's mother. She was in WandaVision. I know her from Step Brothers. She's in How to
Oh,
Lose a Guy in 10 Days,
dude,
Bad
she
Moms.
she is so good in Step Brothers,
She is
man.
so fucking funny,
I love that movie.
and I love her.
She's great.
But that's just to name a few of the actors, which we will talk about more as we go through the movie. Should we jump into it?
Let's do it.
Let's go. So we start off by meeting Loretta Jameson, Catherine Hahn, who is talking to a camera interview style. She's telling the story about how basically at the end of high school, she fell in love with a substitute English teacher. It was a huge scandal, but they ended up staying together for 10 years. They had 2 kids, but then he fell in love with someone in a Starbucks and he moved away.
Okay, can I just say, an English teacher
Yeah.
getting together with a high school student. Like,
Yeah.
of course he met someone else at a Starbucks.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This guy's gross as fuck.
And at first you're like, okay, you stayed together for 10 years. That's good, I guess.
But he groomed her, right?
For sure. Oh, for sure.
Absolutely.
She was a child.
Mhm.
So not okay.
No.
But they ended up staying together, having kids. However, he did leave her. He abandoned the 3 of them.
Yeah.
So I don't know, maybe not a good guy. But you know what? I'll let you come to your own conclusions. So her parents didn't like him. So they already knew what was up.
Mm-hmm.
And the week he left her, her and her parents got into a huge fight and it ended very badly. She keeps alluding to this ended very badly, but she doesn't say what happened.
Right.
So then she left and she hasn't spoken to her parents in 15 years. But they recently looked her up and said they wanted to meet her children. They've never met the kids.
Yep.
And they want the kids to spend a week with them. Okay.
Right. And aren't her parents like counselors now?
Yes.
Which is like hilarious because they seem pretty avoidant
right. And
towards her anyways.
yes, they now have a counseling business, which she finds ironic.
Yes.
Though she will say in the end that she feels like it was more on her, that they did try to reach out, but
Right.
she was like, I don't want to reach out to you.
That has to be really hard as parents, like to be so concerned about your daughter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But also like, I don't know. I feel like
It's very complex.
it's complex because
Yes.
I'm thinking to myself, like, she was in high school, like you're her parents. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. We will hear more about what actually happened that
Right,
night.
right,
It
right,
did
right.
definitely escalate.
Yeah,
And you know, people have egos and emotions and it's very complicated.
for sure. Yeah.
So she says she doesn't really want the kids to go visit the grandparents, but they want to go. So she's like, all right, who am I to keep you from meeting your grandparents?
I have so many thoughts on this whole thing, but yes. Okay.
Do you want to elaborate? You want to keep going for now?
Let's keep going until we get to the train and then I'll tell you all about my thoughts.
Okay. So her 15-year-old wants to make a documentary about all this. She's telling us her 15-year-old is Becca.
I love Becca and
Me
I love that
too.
she's like a little filmmaker.
Oh, she's a little artist.
Yeah,
an
she's great.
artiste, if you will.
They both are. They're both artistic.
yeah.
I mean, he's a little rapper, but I think he's really good with words.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know. I think they're both like gifted artists.
Oh yeah. At one point, Becca tells her grandparents that, you know, Tyler's a rapper. Rapping is modern poetry.
Modern poetry. I
Yeah.
loved that. Mm-hmm.
So Becca is behind the camera and she's the one asking her mom these questions. So that's why Loretta is sitting for this interview. She asked her mom to describe what happened the night she left her parents at 19 years old. Loretta, that is another thing. She does say 19 years old. So maybe she wasn't a child when this all happened. But you know what? We don't know. We don't know when it started.
We don't know, but I would still venture a guess that this man groomed her while she was in high school.
When it's a teacher and a student,
There's a power dynamic here, and you're a
Yeah.
grown man. I don't care how old you are. Like, that is
yeah.
no go.
So Loretta tells Becca that she did something she doesn't choose to tell Becca.
Mm-hmm.
But if her parents choose to tell her, that's their right.
Right.
So now we cut to the car ride. It's going to cut a lot because we didn't even mention, this is a found footage.
Right.
Basically.
This is all through Becca's cameras and sorry, what was the brother's name? Tyler? Tyler's cameras. They're both hers, but
Yes.
they're gonna start tag teaming
Yeah.
this documentary. So she's basically documenting everything, and that's what we're seeing.
Yeah, we're watching the documentary essentially.
Yeah.
So we cut to the car ride to the grandparents' house. Well, really to the train.
Mm-hmm.
And the camera's kind of sitting in the back seat. You can't really see anyone's faces, but we meet Tyler here, which is Loretta's 13-year-old son. And they're just bantering here.
Mhm.
He's telling his sister how he has these 2 girls on deck.
On deck.
And they're making fun of him. And he's making fun of his sister for not having boobs. Like it's very normal.
Very sibling. Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And they do have really good rapport.
Agreed. I liked the relationship between them.
Yes. So their mom is dropping them off at the train station and hugging them goodbye here. We see the kids' POV as the train takes off. And Loretta's making faces. She's smiling at them. She's joking. She's being silly about the train taking off. And then she starts running and she's laughing. But then you see her face drop and she gets, I know you're shaking your head, but this is one of the parts where I was like, oh, this is actually hitting me. Cause you watch her face drop and she starts getting teary eyed and she's getting emotional. Like, oh, they're off on their own and I'm sending them to their grandparents that I haven't seen in 15 years that I don't have a good relationship with. Laura's shaking her head.
Dude, listen, okay? This is my issue, all right? I understand that the kids want to see the grandparents.
Yeah.
The level of irresponsibility to let your 2 children go visit your parents who you haven't seen since you were 19 years old. You don't know what the dynamics are like anymore. You don't know what the kids are walking into.
Yeah.
You're letting them get on a fucking train. So now they're going far away to this house with these grandparents. And we find out that she's going on a vacation with her beau.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but like, I understand that the kids are like 15 and 13. They're a little bit older. But doesn't matter. If I had kids, which will never fucking happen, but if I did, I would never, ever be okay with them going to my parents' house on their own without me at least being in the vicinity. Fuck that. I was so mad when she left them on the train. I was like, are you cracked? What are you doing?
Are you cracked? You know what's interesting? I don't have kids, so I can't say. But when I was a kid, I remember my childhood best friend, her mother would send her and her sister on a plane by themselves to Texas from Michigan to go visit their father. And I remember being like, what? Like, you're going on a plane by yourself? That's crazy. As a 12-year-old, you think it's really cool. In a plane, it feels a little different because I know they have like a guardian, someone assigned to them that's watching them the whole time.
Right.
I don't know how I would feel about it, but it does seem very scary to me as someone who's never done something like that, never sent their kids out. On a train, it feels a little more sketchy to me. And it doesn't seem like they have an assigned adult.
That's okay. And also, she hasn't seen her parents
Yes.
for so long. And I understand they want to see them. The grandparents want to see the kids.
Yes.
But like, there's something called boundaries.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's something called, I don't know, maybe go with them. You don't have to talk to the parents, but it's your responsibility as their parent to fucking make sure that they're going to be safe where they're
Sure.
This whole thing could have been avoided if this woman. Okay, I'm sorry.
Well, we will see that this doesn't turn out well. So maybe this is a cautionary tale. Don't send your kids off.
I just thought it was a weird. I just thought it was strange that she would do that. And I know that's the point of the movie, blah, 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 right? Obviously, we wouldn't have a movie without it. I was just...
Right. If she did go with them, we would not have a movie. Exactly.
Like, I was thinking about my niece, and I was thinking about, like, my niece getting on a train, no.
Yeah.
Fucking way. Okay, sorry, I'll stop.
No, it's okay. So, I mean, it's interesting. And we both have different perspectives on it because I've experienced, well, at least my friend doing that. And I thought it was kind of normal. Like, okay, that happens sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure some people do that. So now we're on the train. And Becca is narrating, telling us that her mother is dating some guy named Miguel Diego Torres.
Mm-hmm.
And he's in love with her. So they seem to like him.
Yeah.
They're like, he's good enough, you know?
I think they like seeing their mom happy.
Yeah. And she says, we decided to promote this union by giving them time. And then she tells us about the Caribbean cruise that her mom and Miguel are going on.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to meet their grandparents for the first time. So here, the conductor, I think it's a conductor. I don't know what this person is called on the train that comes to check the tickets.
I don't think it's the conductor.
I guess not, because who's driving the train?
Yeah, I was like, what's happening here? I think he's like the ticket person.
Yeah, we'll say the ticket person. And he comes to check their train tickets and he notices the camera and he goes, oh, you're a film prodigy. You know, I used to be a pretty good actor, which is, I love this scene.
I do too. I feel like he's such a theater kid.
He is, because he starts reciting the Shakespeare play Richard II. And Becca is like, oh, actually, I have to shut my camera off. No, it's okay. It's okay. And then she starts telling us that since her father left, her brother has had a preoccupation with germs. Mm. They saw a psychologist for a month who said it's his way of controlling things. So he's basically a germaphobe.
Mm-hmm, me too.
Which will come into play. So we cut to that same ticket person beatboxing for Tyler, who is rapping to the camera.
It's great.
He has a little lisp too. It's so cute and it's so cringe, which I think Tyler would hate both of those things if we called it that.
I know, but I do love it. I think it's so cute.
Oh, it is so cute.
Yeah.
And he ends it with ho, which I thought was so fucking funny. I love that.
I feel like he ends every rap with ho.
He does. He does multiple times.
Yeah.
Now they get off the train and Becca, you know, she's so emotional and serious about this whole thing. She says, this is where our mom grew up. And when she left, she thought she was with the man of her dreams. And I was like, damn.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Mm-hmm.
So the grandparents are on a bridge above where the train is pulling in, and they have a huge sign, like a banner that says, "Welcome, Rebecca and Tyler." And it's cute.
Mm-hmm.
And then we see Monday morning across the screen. Okay, so they're staying with their grandparents until like Friday.
Yeah.
Becca introduces us to her grandparents. There's Maria Bella, aka Nana, and Frederick, aka Pop Pop. And Becca says Nana's a great cook, and I have her eyes, which is interesting when we find out the twist.
Dude.
Pop Pop is a farmer now, so they live on a farm. Tyler already likes them because they don't even know who One Direction is. He's
Yeah.
very against, like, this feels so, I don't know. It reminds me of like kids who loved Eminem as kids and they were very anti like pop groups.
Oh, for
like, yeah, I
sure.
hate them. NSYNC sucks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
And so Nana has made pretzels. She bakes throughout this entire movie.
Dude, I was getting hungry while I was watching it.
She's always like, "Oh, I'm going to bake you some biscuits. I'm going to bake you some." She's always cooking.
I know. And at one point she was like, I like to toast the walnuts. And I was just like, yeah, toast those fucking walnuts. Give me those cookies. Like, they
Yeah.
look so good. I was like,
want some,
shit.
yeah, I want some cookies.
Mm-hmm.
Becca's getting a lot of B-roll throughout this too. So we see a lot of shots that are just like, okay, the swing that her mother, grew
Yeah.
up with and things like that. The old grandfather clock that she told them about. In the house, Nana asks why Tyler's pants are so low. And this is where he tells her that he raps
Yeah.
and that he can freestyle. So to give him a topic.
Yeah. Doesn't the grandma give him pineapple upside down cake? Also,
Yes.
Nana, is it Nana? Is that
Yeah.
what they call her? Nana, well, is she Nana? But like, I like that she acts enthusiastic about this.
Oh, she's so cute.
Yeah.
She's so tickled by this. That's her reaction, tickled.
Tickled. That's a good way of describing it. Yeah.
And he sure does freestyle using pineapple upside down cake. And he also ends this one with ho.
Yep.
So the grandparents are very amused. It's very wholesome. There are a lot of cute scenes here. And then we see Nana baking, Tyler's unpacking. Like Becca forces him to do it again, like do it naturally. And then of course he starts doing it very sarcastically because they're siblings. Pop-Up tells them that there's mold in the basement, by the way. So don't go down there.
Mm-hmm.
We also learn, what do you know? There's no cell service on this farm.
There's no cell service, but they're able to Skype. So what do they have? Wi-Fi?
I'm guessing that they're plugged into the internet
Got you.
or something.
Mhm.
I'm sure that can be explained. But the cell service is shoddy, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
So later the kids are Skyping their mom. She's getting ready for the cruise. The
Shit, I forgot about Skype.
Yeah, Skype.
Skype, man.
It still exists, right?
Yeah, I think it might have just. I think it just. I was about to say it stopped existing. I think they shut it down.
I think there was something that happened with that recently.
Yeah.
Well, they're Skyping their mom, and the grandparents happen to be outside, okay? And the mom says, "How are they?" You know what? Don't answer that. I don't care. So she doesn't see them. She doesn't talk to them.
Right.
They do a good job of making it make sense why the mother is not asking to talk to them on this Skype call because they're not in good graces. And she's probably nervous to talk to them for the first time after 15 years.
For sure. Yeah.
Something happened that we don't know about. So we cut to Becca giving Tyler directions on how to help her record. She's like, just try to be formal, think classism. And then we cut to Tyler zooming in on his mouth with his tongue out.
I thought that was so funny because
Yeah.
it's so like a little brother thing to do.
It's so little brother.
Yeah.
As someone with little brothers, it is so little brother.
Right.
So Tyler is now filming too. They have multiple cameras. He sees Pop Pop going into the shed kind of far away.
Dude, can I just say this whole thing? Like when he is staring at the shed
Yeah.
and like Pop Pop comes out and he's like calling out to him and Pop Pop just stares at him and then like turns around.
Yes.
It made me so uncomfortable.
Yes, they do such a great job of this in the movie. You know something is wrong.
Yeah.
But you don't know what it is and you're eagerly waiting to find out.
Yeah, it's like building tension, eh?
Yeah. So he doesn't answer. He comes out again. He just walks away. So Tyler to the camera says, "What's in the shed, Becca?" So he is not stupid. He's very observant.
I was gonna say Tyler, like
I
one
shouldn't say stupid. That was mean, but you know what I mean.
no, well, to your point, one thing I really liked about this movie is that the kids are actually, I was just about to say smart, but like Tyler, for example, he's only 13, but he is observant. He's paying attention to things, and
Yes.
they're not being like typical how kids are sometimes portrayed in movies of just like being,
Oblivious.
oblivious. I
Yeah.
like that both of them have a lot of depth to them.
Yes.
And I liked that Tyler was already questioning things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're very layered characters as well, which is very enjoyable.
Agreed.
So we cut to the bedroom where Tyler is doing sit-ups and saying he's going to start using female pop stars' names instead of cuss words or curse words. Do you say cussing or cursing?
I say cussing.
Me too. I've
Yeah.
always said cuss and cussing,
Cussing,
cuss words.
cussing.
But it feels like most people say cursing, and I've never used it that way.
I think cursing is like the proper way to say it.
Yeah.
And I think cussing is more like slang. I don't know. I've always used cussing.
Maybe that's also a Midwest/Canadian thing.
It could be. Yeah.
Anyway, his example of this is if he stubbed his toe, he'd say, "Oh, Shakira." And he does do this a lot throughout the movie.
Yeah.
So Pop comes in and tells them he hasn't seen Nana this happy in years. And also, by the way, bedtime is at 9:30. So good night. He just leaves.
Yeah.
And the kids are like, 9:30? Like, what the fuck? Of course they don't go to bed.
Right.
Becca's editing. We also see a clip of Tyler included in this footage of him flexing for the camera. He says, "This is the little candy for the ladies." I'm like, oh my gosh, you're such a little shit.
Yeah.
We cut to Becca sneaking out of her room. She wants to get more footage because she can't sleep.
Mm-hmm.
So she's talking to the camera as if she's talking to her mom. And then she's kind of like, holding it selfie style, and you can see down the stairs. And then we see Nana at the bottom of the stairs in her nightgown. And then she starts vomiting onto the ground.
Dude, like not just like puking, like it's pouring out of her.
Yes, like blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, dude, it was so gross. I was like, whoa, I was
Yeah.
like, what the fuck?
For a second, I didn't understand if I was seeing that, but then Becca runs to Tyler, who's sleeping. She wakes him up and says, "Nana's sick."
Mm-hmm.
So she doesn't really think anything is weird. She just thinks something is wrong. We cut to Tuesday morning. Tyler is telling Nana, "Do you know who Tyler, the Creator, is?" Well, I kind of have that sound. Like, there's so much cute little dialogue. I wanted to write it down because it's so funny and it builds so much character here.
It like stuck out in my head too.
Yeah.
It really did. Yeah, I like the dialogue.
So Becca's outside looking for Pop, who is working in the barn. She wants to tell him that Nana must be sick or something. And he's like, she's old. Old people get sick. It was probably like a 24-hour bug.
Right.
Later, both kids each have a camera, and they find their mom's favorite hide and seek place, which was underneath the house.
No fucking way I'm getting into that crawl space. Are you? Like, I
Yes.
get it, they're kids, but even as a kid, no way in hell I'd crawl under there.
I thought crawl spaces were a lot smaller than this, but this one was like the entirety of the circumference of the house. Is circumference the right word? The square footage? I
Square
don't know.
footage, square footage. But I think it's because I know that there are houses that have that.
Like, you can just walk underneath the whole house.
Where
Or
you
not
can go on-
walk.
yeah,
crawl.
but you can crawl underneath it. Yeah, that's like a thing.
Yeah. So they're crawling around. They're playing hide and seek, basically playing tag almost. And Becca pans the camera overhead, and suddenly Nana is charging at her.
Kate, dude, this is so scary. She looked terrifying, man.
She's not just crawling. It looks like she's walking on all fours.
I was thinking the exact same thing. It was very animalistic.
Yes, because she's not on her knees like no, she's like hands and feet. She does say, "Here I come." It's so creepy.
Dude.
And her hair's in her face. It looks like, I don't know, it reminded me of The Ring or something.
Yeah, like possessed or something like
Yeah.
that. Mm-hmm.
Tyler doesn't see what's happening, but he sees who he thinks is Becca run past. But then he hears heavy breathing. Suddenly, Nana crawls out from behind a pillar and starts chasing him too. So you think like something, I don't know, she's trying to attack them or something.
Yeah.
Then we see Becca's camera, which is on her face, and she's like, breathing heavily. She doesn't know what's happening. And we see Nana creeping up behind her. Becca doesn't see her coming. And she goes, "I'm going to get you, Becca." It's so creepy, and the sounds are so scary.
Yeah.
It feels sinister.
It
right?
does. Absolutely. This is not fun hide and seek.
No, the kids are scared, but then they escape, and Nana comes out, and she's growling at them, but like in a playful way.
Yeah, and then she like starts laughing, and then she's all of a sudden just like, "I'm gonna make chicken pot pie."
Yeah, and she walks away, and her skirt is ripped, and her butt cheek is hanging out.
Dude. Like,
and she's just giggling, like, "Oh, that was just fun. We're just playing." But all the kids are like, okay."
oh, crazy.
Yeah. So later, a man shows up to the house. This is Dr. Sam.
Mm.
And he tells Tyler that he works at the hospital where Nana and Pop volunteer. But they're out on a walk. So he's like, "Okay, just tell him I stopped by." He notices the camera and he's like, "Oh, you have a camera. I used to be an actor." And then he starts reciting Shakespeare as well. I believe he's reciting Macbeth here.
I love it.
And they're just like, no, it's okay. I got to shut off the
I
camera.
think it's so funny.
Like, everyone sees a camera. They're like, "Wait, I did a play in high school."
I am an actor.
Also, I never learned Shakespeare.
I learned a little bit of Shakespeare when I started acting because I felt like that was what you were supposed to do.
Okay.
And I find it so incredibly challenging. However, I think every actor should at least learn and recite a Shakespearean monologue at least once in their life and like dissect it and understand what they're saying.
Yeah.
Because it's really hard.
Yeah.
Like, and to like maintain emotion when you're talking like that, you know what I mean? You really have to understand what you're saying.
That's probably why these guys really wanted to show them they knew it.
Oh, 100. Oh my God, 100%.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, actor, look what I can do.
Yeah. I know Shakespeare.
Shakespeare, to be or not to be.
That's all I know, basically. So we cut to Tyler telling us that he's going to investigate what is in the shed.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, is it dead bodies? Is it dead bodies?
I love
Or is it dead bodies?
Dude, I love that he kept doing it.
Yeah.
I thought that was so cute.
So now he's sneakily recording Pop Pop going into the shed and then leaving.
Oh boy.
So after Pop Pop leaves, Tyler sneaks in there. It smells really bad and we can hear flies buzzing. We find that there is a pile of dirty adult diapers in the corner.
I couldn't tell at first what these were when he like grabbed them.
I first thought it was blood.
That's what I thought. I thought it was blood.
Yeah. I knew it was a diaper, but I was like, is this a bloody diaper? No, it's not.
Yeah.
Just, a dirty diaper. We'll just say that
Gross.
for now. We're actually going to find more details about this later. It's going to come back. Tyler rushes out of the shed and he falls, and we see like the camera falls and then we see Nana's foot. I was going to say foots. What the fuck? Nana's feet pop up. She sees him and you're like, oh shit. But then she just says like, oh, what are you doing? You know, it's like she doesn't know what's happening. She doesn't think anything is bad here.
Yeah.
And then inside, she tells Tyler that Pop Pop has incontinence and he hides his accidents in the shed and then burns them in the field. Because I was like, why the fuck would he make a pile of them? But I'm okay. He's burning them. Still no. But okay, at least he's doing away with them after they're in the shed. Because I was like, why would you put them? Anyway, there's a lot more wrong with it than just that. So we'll find out.
Yeah.
So now the kids are in the car with Pop Pop. He promised to take them around town. And Becca wants to play a game.
This reminded me of It Follows, this game that she plays with him.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
She wants to play a game. She points to a building and you have to say who works there and what they do. You're just making up a story. They point to one, make up a story, and then Pop Pop says, that's actually Maple Shade, which we don't know what Maple Shade is, but we're like, okay. They say, oh, the place you volunteer. Yeah, they're good people, but there's just no one to take care of them. Just, we don't exactly know what it is, but obviously he does. And he says, when I find my badge, we can visit. Now we cut to the kids in front of their mom's high school. So they're getting that B-roll of their mom's history. Pop Pop says, we got to go. That guy keeps staring at me.
Dude, this scene, it was so out of left field. And like, as it was happening, okay, sorry, I should just explain what's happening. So yeah, Pop Pop sees a guy across the street. He's convinced that the guy is staring at him. The guy's not staring at him, okay? Pop Pop runs across the street and he straight up starts attacking this guy.
Yes.
And the guy's like, I wasn't looking at you. And he's like, why are you staring at me? Why are you staring at me?
I thought he looked young too, like maybe a teenager.
That's what I thought too, like maybe 19, 20, maybe. Mm-hmm. It was so unsettling. And I was just thinking, like, as the kids, I would be terrified.
Yeah, even the kids are yelling. He's not staring at you.
Also, I love like Tyler refers to his strength as a wrestler.
Oh, that the Pop Pop has the strength of a wrestler. I wrote that down too.
I popped. I was like, oh my God, that's so funny.
Yeah. So we cut to, the grandparents making a puzzle in the window and Tyler and Becca are talking to the camera. They're freaked out.
Yeah.
When he says that, Becca's like, yeah, all he does is chop wood all day.
Oh, because that's why he's so strong.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So later that night, the kids are trying to sleep, but Becca hears weird noises out in the hall.
Dude.
Tyler wakes up too. It sounds like it's outside the door. So Tyler eventually opens the door. Nana is butt-ass naked across the hall, scratching on the walls like a cat. Really fast.
Dude, when this scene happened, I was like, my jaw was on. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah. It's so confusing and jarring.
Especially on the first time I saw it was when it came out, but even on the second watch. But I remember when I first saw it, I couldn't figure out what the hell was going on.
Yeah. Tyler shuts the door and he says to Becca, I'm blind.
Yeah.
He just saw her butt.
Yeah.
So the next day, Becca goes to Pop Pop again. Like, all right, Pop Pop, we got to talk about Nana again. He tells her Nana does have a disorder and she doesn't like to tell people about it. He calls it sundowning. Mm-hmm. That was possibly a working title for this film, from what I read. He says it's probably best you two just don't come out after 9:30 p.m.
Right.
Don't come out of your room.
Yeah. And sundowning is a real thing.
Yeah.
Like it's not, I mean, it makes sense that he would say that because
Yeah.
it is an actual thing.
Right. But he is very apologetic about this. He's
Yeah.
not just like, don't come out of your room. He's like, I'm sorry. I know you're probably not having a good time anymore. But they're like, no, it's okay, Pop Pop. You know, they just want to please him as well.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Pop Pop is putting on a full tuxedo.
Okay. As he was fixing his bow tie, I was like, wait a second.
Yeah.
Is this some kind of formal event? Like, are they hosting a party? What is happening here?
Yeah. And also, just to mention, sundowning is a phenomenon where individuals with dementia experience increased confusion, agitation, and anxiety as the day progresses and the sun sets.
Yeah.
So I imagine it's as they're getting more and more tired throughout the day, it's probably increasing.
I have no idea what the actual like psychology behind that is, but I
Right.
do find it very interesting.
Yeah. I'd never heard of it before this movie, actually.
Oh, really?
Mhm. So Papa, putting on the tuxedo, tells them that he's going to a costume party. And Becca says, I think you're confusing something. I don't think you're going to a costume party.
Mhm.
And he goes, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. What a confused bunch of old people. Your grandparents turned out to be right. I'm sorry. And so you're just worried for him. Like, oh, maybe he's experiencing sundowning too, or something else going on. He's
Uh-huh.
confused.
Yeah.
Later, because they keep going back and forth, we keep seeing cuts to the grandparents explaining what's going on with the other, right?
Yes.
So later, Nana, I was going to say Nan.
Nan.
Nana says, your Pop was dressing for the costume party again, wasn't he? He is crazy, which is not really good explanation. And then she goes, also, I accidentally spilled some batter on your computer. I'm sorry. And it just so happens to be on the camera, the webcam. She's always baking something. And she says, I tried to clean it and I think I broke it. I'm sorry. So she also sprayed a cleaner on it.
Yep.
And you can just see the batter like caked onto the webcam.
And it's that thing too of like at this point, like they're doing some batshit crazy things, but then they're also like coming across as like, oh, I'm sorry, you know, I'm so sorry I dropped batter on your thing because I was
Yeah.
baking. Like it's one of those things where you go, well, that's really fucking weird, but you're also like, but you're running around naked. You probably don't even fucking know what
Yeah.
you're doing.
And they are also coming off as really loving grandparents.
They are, but there's these hints of, you know, sinister behaviors, like these looks, these like, and I feel
Yes.
like the kids feel the vibe of that. I mean, Tyler realizes it right away that
Oh,
something
yeah.
is fucking off here.
It feels like something's off, but almost like it's not toward the children.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly.
Except for when she was chasing them, I guess.
yeah, that's true.
So now the kids are talking to their mom on Skype again. They can see her, but she can't see them.
Right.
She says Miguel's getting ready for a hairy chest competition. He's
Ew.
getting oiled up right now.
Ew.
What?
Ew. Dude.
I know
There's-
you hate a hairy chest.
Dude, there's one thing about me. Not only do I hate a hairy chest, just body hair in general. If there's too much of it,
And it's oiled,
it's not for me, man. It's not for me.
which is funny because in professional wrestling, I feel like there's a lot of it in our locker rooms.
But I also think because I've always I've been in wrestling for so long, I'm so used to guys like shaving
Oh yeah, a lot of them do.
and not having like a lot of body hair.
Yeah.
And it's just I prefer it. I don't like body hair.
I do find it interesting. I think in wrestling, it's so normal for guys to shave their armpits, for example. But
Dude.
in quote unquote real life,
It
I
weirds
think
me
a
out.
lot of guys don't
It
shave their
weirds,
armpits.
dude. It weirds me out that guys don't shave their armpits.
Oh, that they don't?
Yes, because I'm so used to it in wrestling. Them doing it.
And shaving their legs and everything.
Yeah, and now I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
whoa. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't mind it, but I don't also like a lot of I can't with a lot.
It's a
of
different
hair.
world. We come from a different world.
Like for real.
So Loretta asks Tyler why he's being so quiet on this call because she can't see them. And he just blurts out, Nana and Pop are acting strange. And Becca kind of gives him a look like, shut up. Becca doesn't want him to tell her, but he does tell her what happened. She goes, yeah, they're old. They get confused. They have accidents.
No. See, this is another irresponsible fucking move by the mother. What do you mean?
Yes, but she also does say like, oh, he tells her about the under the house thing in the crawl space. She goes, oh, I used to love playing hide and seek under there with them. Yeah, we used to do that all the time. So to her, it does sound familiar, right?
It does, but like rationalizing by saying, oh, they get confused, they have accidents, and you trust them with your children.
She does also say, oh, mom was a hippie. She used to sunbathe naked in the backyard, which I know mothers like this, and I could see like kind of dismissing that behavior of like,
Okay.
oh my gosh, she's such a hippie. She's probably walking around at night naked.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
okay, you know what? I'm appreciating this conversation a lot because we're coming at it from like different
Yeah.
perspectives, and I really am enjoying like how you're kind of rationalizing
Yeah.
what she's saying because it's what you're saying is true.
Yeah.
Like
And what you're saying is true too. It's also concerning.
it's so oh yeah, okay, I'm loving this. All right.
So she does also ask her kids, and I did like this part a lot. She asked them, how strange is it getting on a scale from, I don't know if she said 1 to 5 or 1 to 10,
Yeah.
but they both agree it's a 1. Tyler and Becca both say, okay, it's a 1. So mom's like, all right. And I think that does help her decide, like, do I need to take action or not? You
Right.
know?
Yeah.
It's a 1. All right, well, let's hold off. So now we see Becca sneaking around again with the camera, and Nana is smoking at the table. She just gives her a really weird look.
It almost looks like she's dead behind the eyes.
Yeah. I thought maybe the smoking was going to come into play. Like, wait, my mom doesn't smoke cigarettes or something. I don't know, but it didn't really.
Yeah.
But she was just at the table smoking. She gives her this weird look, and then she starts helping Nana do the dishes.
Mm-hmm.
She asks Nana if she can interview her, and Nana gets a sad look on her face in the middle of doing dishes and just walks away. She starts wiping down the counter. She's always cleaning or baking.
I love that you said sad, because to me it looked disassociated.
Okay.
That's like I got it like it was a mix of like I don't want to do this interview
Yeah.
and also I'm not listening to anything you're saying.
Yeah.
You know?
I could see that too.
Yeah.
She just kind of clocks out.
Clocked
Yeah.
out. Yes, yes, yes.
So she asks Becca if she can get inside the oven and clean it. She just does not regard the interview question. She just starts cleaning. She goes, I can't reach back there. The kitchen has to be clean. The oven's off. Like, what are you worried about? So Becca does.
It's very Hansel and Gretel.
Oh my gosh, yes. So Becca does. And Nana's like, get further in there. Get all the way in there. And, Becca is hesitating, but she does it. And oh my gosh, I want a kitchen like this so bad. With a big ass island in the middle, a giant oven in the wall like that, like all the counter space.
Dream.
I have like no counter space in my kitchen.
Yeah, I have a lot of counter space, but I love this type of layout.
Yes.
I love it.
But Becca is, I'm not going to put my grandchildren in the oven. So,
oh, you're not?
no, I'm not planning on it. So Becca does go in the oven and Nana says, okay, I'll star in your movie, and then shuts the door.
Right.
Just for a second, she starts wiping down the front of it and then she opens it. They just cut to the interview. Like, you're like, oh my gosh, something's going to happen. But no, she was just wiping the outside of the oven.
Oh yeah, she's just checking to make sure that Becca can fit in there.
Yeah, nothing weird or anything.
Mm-hmm.
So now we cut to the interview, and Becca's asking Nana a bunch of random warm-up questions. What animal would you be? Stuff like that. And it's cute.
Mm-hmm.
She goes, a grizzly bear. I don't know. It's just cute.
It's cute. Yeah, yeah.
She asks where she met Pop Pop, and she says in the garden. Okay. Which that will make sense later.
Yep.
She asks about the day that her mom left. And now Nana definitely looks dissociated.
Oh yeah, she starts like shaking. A switch was flipped. And it's like you can interpret it as her reacting to the question.
Yeah.
Or also that there's something deeply unsettling happening here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that she really doesn't want to talk about it.
She doesn't want to talk about it.
But maybe for a different reason.
Exactly.
Yes.
100%.
I mean, she's flailing her arms, shaking her head no, almost like a toddler would react or like throw a tantrum.
That's exactly what I was thinking too. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And she says, no more questions about Loretta Jameson. I don't want to star in your movie. So now we cut to Tyler hiding a camera in the living room. He's like, I'm going to find out what else is going on here.
Yeah.
And Becca doesn't want to do this. She's like, this isn't ethical. He's like, I don't care.
I know.
Right?
He's like, we're doing it anyways.
Yeah. It's Wednesday night. They have 3 more nights there, and they're going to find out what is really happening. He says, we're living with a werewolf.
I actually loved that.
Me too.
I love Tyler.
This is not a werewolf movie, though. We can tell you that.
No, but I just think he's so persistent.
Oh, yeah. So the kids go to bed.
Like, I feel like he could be a journalist and she would be the like, if he would host a documentary, she would be the, the editor and the director and stuff.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So they're woken up around 10:16 p.m. by weird sounds outside the door again. She holds the clock up to the camera. They decide to open the door just a crack this time. So he opens it and there's nothing. But then suddenly Nana runs across the doorway in her nightgown with her hands behind her back. Like clasped.
Oh yeah, almost like they were like tied behind there.
Yeah.
Like wings.
Almost like the Naruto, I don't know how to pronounce that run, where kids run with their arms.
With their arms back, yeah.
Straight back like that.
Uh-huh.
But her hands are clasped.
Yeah.
She's like bent over a little bit. She does it twice, okay? Then she starts crawling on all fours toward the door, and they just shut the door.
Yeah.
They're like, all right, well, good night.
I would do the same thing.
Oh, yeah. Becca reminds Tyler that it's just like someone talking in their sleep. Like Pop was saying, it's like sleepwalking almost is what they're rationalizing this as.
Listen, I've seen people sleepwalk. It ain't looking like that, man.
Sleepwalking terrifies me.
Yeah, it's scary.
Night terrors terrify me.
Oh, night terrors are the worst. And night paralysis, that's happened to me a couple times.
Oh, like sleep paralysis?
Sleep paralysis, yes.
Oh, that's happened to me a few times when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Kind of a teenager.
Yeah, teenager for me too.
Always on the couch for some reason.
I've had night terrors too. Yeah.
I'm so afraid of sleeping next to someone with night terrors.
Yeah,
it's going to happen randomly one day.
It's only happened to me a few times. It's usually when I'm under like a lot of stress in my real life.
That's what I've heard. Mm-hmm. I've heard of people getting punched in their sleep by their partners because they had night terrors. Like, that's scary.
It's very scary, yeah. But like, and sleepwalking specifically is scary because you can really hurt yourself.
Yeah.
So you have to be really careful. Yeah.
They hear scratching at their door, and we just cut to Thursday morning. So they just went to bed.
Yeah.
Tyler's already making fun of Nana. They're outside, okay? The grandparents are walking ahead, and Tyler and Becca are walking behind them, and he's already making fun of Nana. He goes, "Becca, who am I?" And he starts running like Nana was the night before.
It's such a little kid thing.
Yeah. Pop notices that the kids are recording as they're looking at the well ahead.
Yeah. Oh, and the mother, Nana walks over while he's doing that impression.
Oh, yeah. She doesn't seem to know what he's doing.
She like no-sells it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She says something about like, I don't know, making biscuits or something probably.
There's foxes over here.
Oh, that's what it is.
You're going to miss them.
Yeah. When they're at the well, Pop notices the kids are recording them, and he kind of grabs Nana like, okay, let's keep it moving.
Mm-hmm.
Becca later interviews Tyler about how he feels about his dad leaving.
Dude, this part of the movie really did like hit me, man.
This is where the feels start to really hit. Yeah.
Yeah, this was a tough one.
Yeah, he basically says he doesn't feel bad about it. Like, I don't feel bad. He says people leave because they find something that they like better. Fucking yikes.
Like, huge yikes.
That's the lesson you're learning as a kid. It's really, really bleak.
It's real dark, yeah.
Then he tells a story about how he froze on the football field, and he was supposed to tackle someone, but he just was like paralyzed. He froze. Okay?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He says his dad never told him that he was angry about like fumbling this, basically, like ruining the play. And Becca's like, I'm sorry, do you think dad left because you didn't tackle another 8-year-old in the game 5 years ago? And he's like, okay, well, now that you put it that way, that does sound stupid.
But it's like that thing that like kids do. Like kids like take on the responsibility. They think that their parent leaving is their fault. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Unfortunately, it's just what happens. You take on the guilt and the shame. And especially if maybe things weren't explained to you properly or, and even not, I think you just start to take on that feeling.
Yeah.
I know I've felt it before as a kid.
It's interesting because when my parents got divorced, I did not give a fuck.
Really?
Yeah. I can't say I didn't give a fuck, but I remember being like, bye, dad. Like,
yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, mine split when I was 3, so I don't clearly remember it. But there were other situations where I just assumed that what was happening was because of me.
Oh yeah,
and I took that on, and thank God for therapy because I'm
Yeah.
feeling much better. But yeah, like it's a thing that kids do. You just take on that shame.
I was like 7 when they divorced, so I'm
Yeah.
actually shocked that I didn't feel that way.
Yeah. Well, everybody's different, right?
For sure, 100%.
I did. Oh, okay, make a note in the extended because
Yeah.
I do have something to tell you about.
What should I write?
The reaction. I'm trying to think. How can I word this?
I know I don't know what note to write.
Write down barking like a dog.
Barking like a dog. We're going to talk about in the extended.
I'll
everyone.
know exactly what that means.
Got it.
All right.
All right. So Tyler clearly was blaming himself, and he didn't realize, maybe not even realize, like, yeah, something so silly you just associated with, oh, I did this and dad left.
Oh, 1,000,000%, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now,
oh my God, this scene. Okay.
so they go to investigate the well. They don't
Mhm.
find anything. It just looks like dirty water.
Yeah.
Okay. And now Becca is being interviewed by Tyler.
Right.
Tyler has to ask the questions. He's asking her, what dolphin would you be? She gives good answers for everything. She's
Mhm.
probably prepared. He asks why she has a crush on the pizza delivery guy.
Yeah.
She says he has kind eyes, which
Oh.
that was very fitting for her character.
I agree with you 1,000,000%.
Because he says something like, he has so much acne. And she says he has kind eyes. And I was like, ugh.
I know. I loved it. I was like, oh, girl.
And then he says, how come you don't look at yourself in the mirror?
This when I just gasped, this
Yeah.
is what it is. The fact that he's picked up on
when someone notices something about you that you didn't even realize they were observing, it just hits. And I guess it depends on what it is, obviously, and who it is. But sometimes you're just like, it's shocking.
It's
Like
shocking.
I was being seen that whole time and did not know.
I was just going to say that. It's that feeling of being seen unprompted.
Yeah.
You know, it's not performative. You're not looking for someone to notice these things. It's being seen on a deep emotional level.
Yes.
That can be so jarring because you feel like you're doing such a good job of masking.
Yes.
But when someone is close to you, like your sibling, a partner, whoever, a friend, right?
Yeah.
Sees past your masking.
Yes.
There's something so terrifying and equally comforting about that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I guess it depends on how you take it in that moment.
Absolutely.
It could be either, it could be both at the same time.
Absolutely.
So he noticed that she combs her hair with her back to the mirror. She brushes her teeth looking down, and even her sweater is on backwards because she's not looking in the mirror.
She won't look in the mirror.
Like he clocked her ass, okay?
Yeah.
And she asked, when do you think I started doing that? And he says, you know when. And she says, that's not true, asshole. Which I assume he's implying when the dad left.
Definitely.
So he says, you think you're worthless, admit it. I'm like, holy shit. And that's such a brother way to go about it too. Like just being a little harsh about it.
Right. Tact, obviously.
Yeah.
But when he said that, I was like, yo.
I'm telling you, I was not expecting this movie to get deep.
I know. I know. I was literally like, oh my God, this kid, is he a therapist?
Right.
Like, you think you're worthless?
Yeah. And she looks so dejected by all of this. Even just when he first says, you don't look at yourself in the mirror, like, oh shit.
Yeah, because I think it's that thing of this person is seeing me.
Yeah.
This person, I'm not doing a good enough job of like masking, hiding, whatever. Now my brother can see right through it.
Yeah.
And it's scary. It's scary to be confronted. It's scary to have a mirror in front of you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Especially when you don't want to look into the mirror.
Dude,
Literally.
100%. Yes.
So now Becca is crying to the camera and she says that her dad gave her a card when he left. She's like, a card?
Yeah.
Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
So she was going to use old footage of them with their dad as kids, but now she refuses to use it. She refuses to use anything with her dad in it.
I mean, he abandoned her.
Yeah.
He abandoned her. No wonder she can't look at herself.
And send her a greeting card. Like, sorry, kiddo. Like, I don't know what it said, but
yeah, it's like
it's disconnected.
Dude, it's the ultimate abandonment wound.
Yeah.
She again, taking it on. Like,
Yeah.
oh, this must be because of me. I must be worthless.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucked up and it's so sad.
Mm-hmm.
And it takes years to fucking unlearn that behavior and unlearn those coping skills and all that shit, you know?
For sure.
Gosh darn.
So we cut to Nana staring down the hall.
Oh, God.
Becca's looking down like from the top of the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
And Becca calls out to her. She doesn't answer. And she just kind of catatonically turns to the, I'm assuming, kitchen and walks into the other room. Tyler thinks something is going on. He's telling Becca there's probably something in the basement. He says they're probably throwing shade. And Becca goes, speak English. And he says they're probably trying to hide something. Like, that's not what that means.
I know.
But that's cute.
Yeah.
Now we meet Stacy, who is knocking at the door looking for Mr. and Mrs. Jameson. She's bringing blueberry cobbler for them because they were supposed to stop by Saturday, but they didn't show up.
Okay, can I just say again, this movie was making me so hungry.
Oh my gosh, so much food, so many baked goods.
And I have such a sweet tooth. Like,
Yeah.
sugar and I don't get along well, but my gosh, do I love it.
Oh yeah.
You know?
So she tells them that she was in the rehab program and Nana and Pop Pop sat by her bedside for many nights. So she feels, indebted to them.
Sure.
Becca tries to get this B-roll footage of Stacy acting natural. She's like, just act natural. But she doesn't know what to do with her hand. She's so awkward.
That is so relatable though.
Yeah.
I feel like even when I'm in acting class, like if I'm just getting something off the ground and I haven't quite figured it out yet, sometimes I'm not sure what to do with my hands because I'm not present enough in the scene to like be able to just be free.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And I'll be like, what do I do with my fucking hands?
What does a normal person do in this situation?
How do I stand? Wait, is this normal? You know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Becca's like, all right, never mind.
Yeah.
Then Becca hears Nana laughing loud. And she goes, oh, she must be watching TV. What is she watching? She goes into the room. She's not watching anything. She's rocking in a chair, staring at the wall, laughing maniacally.
Dude, oh God.
Oh my gosh. She tells Becca, I have the deep darkies.
I mean, like, I would want to get out of that house so fast.
I'd be like, I beg your finest fucking pardon.
I'm like, I think I'm gonna go into town. I kind
What
of want
is
to go for a walk.
what does that mean?
Yeah.
Then she takes her scarf, wraps it around her face violently, and starts yanking at it, like almost like trying to tie her face up.
Yeah.
Becca stops her, and then Nana tells Becca that's how you keep the deep darkies in a cage. I don't know what the fuck that means, but it sounds like she's having some bad thoughts.
I would say so.
So Becca goes to find Pop Pop, who was in the barn. Oh, this is also fucked up.
Yo.
Little trigger warning here, I guess.
Dude.
He has a shotgun in his mouth. Becca walks in and he goes, I was just cleaning it.
Like, what?
I was like, what the fuck? He tells Becca, oh, don't worry, I'll check on Nana. Okay, that's the gist of that scene.
Jesus. Okay.
The kids put the hidden camera out overnight again. They're like, all right, we are going to find out what's going on. Then we see the kids watching a video their mom made them. So instead of Skyping this time, she sent them this little like pre-made video where she put like, it looks like it was made on, I don't know, PowerPoint or something. I don't know if you can make videos on PowerPoint, but I'm sure you can, with like words that pop up that are like, love you, love Mom and Miguel. And it's like her, the mom dancing on the cruise ship.
I think it's cute. Yeah.
It's cute. And it's so, I don't know. It's weird, but it's cute. That night, Tyler is freaking out because the toilet paper is gone and he had to touch the toilet handle. Because remember, he's a germaphobe.
Yeah. And I thought the way that Becca handled this with so much care was just so, you can really see the love between them.
Oh, yeah.
And that she really understands him, understands her brother.
Yeah, he's freaking out. And she's like, don't worry, I found some here. Don't worry, I'm wiping it. And he's like, it doesn't matter. And she's like, no, look, it's going away.
It's coming. And he's saying, like, I can still feel it. It's still there. And she's like, just gently like wiping it away.
Yeah. And trying to convince him, no, it's definitely coming off. See, it's a very cute moment. It's very sibling, you know, you make fun of your siblings, you beat them up sometimes, but then like you take care of them.
Yeah.
And you don't let anyone else, you know, talk bad to them or beat them up.
Exactly.
So we cut to the hidden camera later that night. Nana starts opening and closing a closet door over and over. Okay, then she leaves the room.
Yeah.
You hear footsteps, but you don't see her. And then she pops up into the camera. She has like this demonic growl.
Yeah.
It's so scary.
It's scary, dude.
She takes the camera and a huge knife and starts walking upstairs. Okay, she sets the camera down in the hallway and then she tries to get into the kids' room. The kids hear this. They like sit up in the bed, but they're not responding. And then she's like banging on the door for a second. Okay. And then we just cut to Friday morning. Like, what the fuck? She had a knife.
A giant butcher knife, man.
So they're watching the footage from the previous night. They see this and we see that Nana had set the camera back after that happened, just where they found it or where she found it. So that's why they just grabbed the camera to watch it. And they're like, oh shit, all this happened and we didn't know. Becca tells Tyler that their mom is going to be home later tonight. We are ending this trip tonight.
Absolutely.
Which it's about fucking time.
Yeah.
She says, stay away from them unless I say. And she keeps mentioning this elixir.
Yes.
She needs to capture the elixir that her mom needs from this documentary.
Yep.
Okay. We don't know what she's talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So later in the day, they're just trying to act natural. Becca's asking Pop Pop if he wants to do his interview now.
Yeah.
Like Tyler's like, how do kids play? He's just like tossing a ball in the air or
Yeah,
something
he's
at one
tossing
point.
the ball. Yeah.
So Pop Pop randomly in this interview just starts talking about this white thing with yellow eyes that used to run around the factory at night. And only he could see it, but no one believed him. And then they fired him. Okay.
Yep.
And she goes, oh, Mom didn't tell me that. And he goes, oh, she doesn't know. It happened after she left. And then she says, Pop Pop, you seem down. And he goes, it's just the end of your trip. I know it's all coming to an end, which is a little ominous.
A little bit.
And so later, Becca is telling Tyler about Pop Pop's story. And now she thinks he has some kind of mental illness. Oh my gosh. Tyler goes, great. Pop Pop has schizophrenia and our Nana becomes Michael Myers when the sun goes down.
I loved that line.
Yeah.
So great.
So outside, they see Stacy from, you know, the second story window. They're looking down. They see that Stacy is arguing with the grandparents.
Yes.
There's some type of conflict, but they can't hear what they're saying.
Right.
Becca says, you know, she must be telling them they need help. She probably realizes they need help.
They need something.
They need something. A little later, Tyler mentions, I didn't see Stacy leave. Did you? And she didn't.
No. They don't show that. Yeah.
We don't show it. We cut to Becca interviewing Nana again.
Oh, this is so fucking weird, dude.
Yes.
This whole scene was like bizarro land.
And she says it's all ending. That's why she's sad.
Yeah.
She tells Becca. Becca did not ask this question, but Nana starts telling her, a story about how there's a pond that has little creatures in it. They're from another planet. They spit into the water all day long. Their spit makes you sleep but not die. And when you go underwater, you go into a beautiful deep sleep. They store all those people up, and one day they're going to take them back to their home planet.
Okay, but then she follows that up with, this is a made up story. It's not real.
Like almost immediately. This is made up.
This is made up.
Yeah. But then adds, oh, and also the creatures have antennas, but they're invisible antennas. And you're like, and Becca kind of laughs, like, oh, okay, you're just making up a story. That's funny. You know?
Yeah.
Becca asks again about her mother. You don't ever want to see her? And Nana says, no, never.
Never. Yeah.
Like, damn. Becca says the day she left, she must have done something to upset you. And then Nana starts hitting herself in the head.
Yeah. Like similar to before where she was like shaking and, you know.
And Becca's like, all right, we don't have to talk about it. Let me tell you a story instead. And so now she goes about it a different way. She tells the story of basically what happened to her mother, about how, okay, this woman fell in love and this man abandons her and her parents won't speak to her. In this story, what do you wish would happen to the little girl?
She's so smart.
Yeah.
Like 15?
Yeah. I don't think I could come up with that shit at 15.
No, she's so insightful.
Yeah. And she says, you know, what do you think the parents should do if they ever saw this girl again? And Nana says, I would tell her, and Nana's crying, by the way, but she says, I would tell her, I forgive you, little girl. And it feels like, oh my gosh, this is so
like this
breaking.
Is the moment.
Yes.
Yes, like she's having a breakthrough.
Becca is pumped and she shows Tyler immediately that is the elixir that is going to fix her mom, forgiveness from her mother.
Right.
Okay. Now they're outside pretending to play again.
Okay, this was so funny because Pop's like, what are you guys doing? And Becca like picks, like she's holding a tennis ball and she's like, we're playing. And she like shows him the tennis ball, but it's so like that thing of like somebody's lying and they're trying to act like they're doing that, you know? It's funny.
Yeah. Clearly you're up to something. You had to prove like, look, I'm totally playing.
See, I've got this ball.
Yeah. So they decide to go Skype their mother again because the grandparents are going for a walk. They clean the camera off. Their mom is like, the trip was great. You know, she's back home now. Me and Miguel got into a little fight this morning, but the trip was great. She goes, he wanted a short stack of pancakes and I told him he's gaining a little weight. Can you believe it? Like, can you believe he got mad that I told him that?
I mean,
girl,
come on. As he's pouring the syrup on his pancake, she's like, sir.
Yeah.
You sure you want that much?
Oh my gosh. Can you imagine?
No.
You would set someone ablaze.
Oh, okay. Immediately.
So Becca says, Mom, you have to come pick us up now. She like cuts off her story a little bit. And Loretta's like, what the fuck? Okay, where are your grandparents now? Like, what are you talking about? Because they're obviously telling them weird shit's going on. They take the laptop to the window to show their mom. The grandparents are outside. They're right here. And Becca's going, you know, they've been acting so strange. They're both trying to tell her different things. And the mom's looking so confused.
Yeah.
Bruh. Finally, she's like, Becca, Tyler, listen to me very carefully. Those aren't your grandparents.
Yo,
I have chills.
Dude, the twist, the swerve. I was like,
I was so confused. I don't know why. For a second, I thought the mom was like in on some conspiracy.
No, when I first saw it too, because but they do that on purpose. Like it, because her sending them there, you start questioning things. You're like, wait a second, what?
And she didn't freak out about it. She was just like, those are not your grandparents, kind of flatly.
Yes.
But I think it's because she was so confused. But I'm thinking like.
And I also think she didn't want the kids to panic.
Yes. So she goes, where are Nana and Pop? And then I went, oh shit. Like, okay, she's not in on something.
Yeah.
She just thinks like, oh, those aren't them. Where are they?
Where are they?
They must be in the house. So you're confused.
Oh, true. Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And then she goes, wait, you've been staying with those people the whole time?
Dude. I would, if I were those kids, I'd be so, your heart would drop. It would sink to your stomach. You would just be like.
You would shit your stomach out.
1,000,000%, dude. 1,000,000.
Okay, I will say, to her credit, she immediately calls the police.
Thank God.
She tries to call the police of that town and they don't answer. They are in the middle of nowhere. And she goes like, stupid hick town.
Oh, yeah.
Now she's immediately on her way. So she does jump to action now. She's like, oh, this is serious. Nana and Pop come in the house. And Pop's like, let's play a board game. It's your last night and families play board games.
I love how he has to say, and families play. By the way, I love board games.
Oh, love.
I love them. And I don't have, listen, I'm alone in Buffalo. Nobody plays board games with me. And I just want to play some fucking board games, man.
You got to come here on a Sunday and you can play with my family.
I would love that, dude.
Yeah.
I love board games. Settlers of Catan.
I've never played that one. That's a really long one, right?
It's long and it's fantastic.
Okay.
You would totally love it.
Okay. You were going to introduce me to that. Okay. So now knowing what we know, everything they say is so sinister.
Yeah.
Families totally play board games, you know?
Yep.
Nana says, yes, and Becca, you'll help me clean up. So now Becca is in the kitchen with Nana, and Nana asks her to clean the oven again.
Again.
Tyler's there too, and he has his other camera. He's scared.
Yeah.
She has her get all the way in the oven again, and she's like, this will just take a second. She slams the door shut and starts wiping the outside. But Tyler's like, I can help with that, She does let her out. And then once again, just giggling about it.
Yeah.
Nothing happened. You think like, oh my gosh, she's going to set her on fire.
I thought for sure she was about to cook her, man.
Yeah. So Pop comes back in with Yahtzee and he goes, let's make it a perfect family night.
I loved playing Yahtzee. I used to play that with my dad.
Oh, yeah. Yahtzee is fun. It's a fun one. I played that a lot as a kid.
Do you know, I thought that Yahtzee and Uno were the same game.
Really?
For until last year. I thought
What?
Uno was Yahtzee. Yeah, dude.
Holy shit.
Yes, I did.
Very different games.
Uh-huh.
One probably enrages people more than the other.
Yeah, I really thought that was I thought it was Yahtzee.
So Becca tells them, Tyler and I are going to go outside. We're going to do one last interview, okay? They open the door and they see Stacy, the lady from earlier that brought the cobbler, hanging from a fucking tree.
Dude.
Just swinging.
Dude.
Remember, they're in the middle of nowhere on a farm, so there's no one that's going to drive by the house to see that.
Exactly. Dude, it's so scary, man.
I'm shocked they didn't start screaming. I think they're so aware of what's going on. They're like, we have to play it cool.
It's like fawning.
And calm. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they totally see that, both of them. Pop comes and actually slams the door shut. I don't even want to call him Pop anymore. His name's Frederick.
Yeah, Frederick.
He's not Pop anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, no, his name isn't Frederick.
No, it's not Frederick.
That's the grandpa's name.
Yeah, that's a
the
real
actual
grandpa's name.
Pop.
Yeah.
I have the names here somewhere. I'll find them. But he goes, we pick teams, young versus old. Okay. Now they're playing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to call him Pop for now.
Yeah.
It's in my notes. So Pop says, everyone in the cafeteria calls me the Yahtzee master. And they're like, what cafeteria?
Yeah, what cafeteria? Mm-hmm.
So think about it. They met in the garden. He's talking about in the cafeteria. Okay. You can kind of start putting it together.
Yeah.
I love this line. For some reason, I thought it was so funny. Just casually, Nana, who is Claire, is her real name, says, you're not a Yahtzee master. That takes 10 years.
Like so dead serious.
Dead
too.
serious about it.
Like she likes board games.
Oh, you would definitely not want to play Uno with Pop. I can tell you that, because Uno is a very competitive game and Pop is very competitive with even Yahtzee.
Dude.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Normal people get pissed playing Uno. Pop will literally kill you. So Becca goes, you know what? My battery's getting low. BRB. Keep playing Tyler. And then at the table with Tyler, Claire, and Pop, he has an accident. Pop has an accident. You can hear like the fart noises.
Dude, it's that thing like you don't want to laugh. You know what I mean? Because you're just like, oh no.
Yeah.
But also they know that's not their grandparents. So that's just scary.
It's even more scary. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not just your grandpa shitting his pants, a stranger shitting his pants.
A stranger shitting his pants, but knowing that he takes his dirty diapers, puts them in the shed for some reason.
Yeah. So everyone just freezes at the table and Pop just gets up slowly and walks away. Mm-hmm. Nana starts devouring all the cookies really, really fast. And Tyler...
That's like, okay, remember when we had the match a couple weeks ago and I was telling Marty that when I get nervous, I start like applying more and more self-tanner.
Oh, yeah.
Nana eating all those cookies is like me applying more and more sparkles and self-tanner. Am I dark enough? Should I put more on? I'll just put more on. I'll just eat these.
And Tyler, remember he said he's going to start saying pop stars' names instead of curse words. He says, like, I don't know if it's Katy Perry here. One of them, he just says like Katy Perry under his breath. Yeah. Then she rolls the dice. Nana rolls the dice and screams into the camera with cookies all coming out of her mouth. Yahtzee! So creepy. So Becca is sneaking off into the basement.
Yeah.
Pop comes back to Tyler and Nana or Claire. Claire is just standing up with her arm above her head in a weird position, and she's just frozen that way. And Pop realizes it's close to 9:30. I got to get her back to bed.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we see in the basement, because they kind of cut back and forth, we see in the basement that Becca starts digging through this giant, what looks like a trash bin.
Yep.
And she's finding clothing that says Maple Shade Psychiatric Hospital. So now it's all coming together. Mm-hmm. Okay. Then she finds a bloody hammer. Then she finds her actual dead grandparents' bro.
Dude, the terror you would feel if you were her.
Yes. They look like obviously they've been dead for a while because the kids have been at the house for a while.
Yes.
Pop appears in the basement behind her. And he says, they kept telling us how you were so great. And, they knew Claire put her children in a suitcase in the pond. So she deserved this weekend as a grandma. Now you can join them. Fuck.
So scary.
So this all comes together now. When Claire's telling that story about the pond and, oh, there are aliens under there and they're going to take you to a better place. It's because she killed her children thinking that the aliens were going to take them to a better place.
Yes, dude. It's like both heartbreaking and terrifying.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because she's clearly very, very unwell.
You feel sad for her.
Yeah.
But also,
fuck.
you killed your, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Pop tells her the only way, I forget the name of the alien city. It was hard to pronounce, but wherever the better place is, the only way to get there is through the well. So that's why they were looking at the well earlier. And he also mentions that the thing with the yellow eyes, the white thing with the yellow eyes, is waiting for us out in the field. Whatever he was talking about earlier, he's seeing it still, okay? He drags Becca upstairs. Tyler is on the ground like he's been knocked over the head. We don't see that happen, but he's clearly been hit.
Yep.
Pop says, we're all dying today, Becca. That is fucking, everything about this is terrifying. We don't have to keep reminding you. Now he's telling Tyler, who is standing kind of catatonic in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Someone put a magic spell on you. He's frozen just like he was in the football game story he was telling earlier.
Yeah, dude.
Pop takes off his pants. We can see that he's like unbuttoning his pants behind the counter so we can't see what's happening. It's not what you think, but it is something fucked up and you're about to find out.
Yeah.
Then we see Pop come back into frame. He has his pants back on. He whispers to Tyler, I never liked you, which is just mean.
It's
on top of everything else.
It's so mean and it's also so scary.
Adding insult to injury,
Yeah. I mean, obviously you don't like me. You just said you're about to kill me, man.
Yeah. We keep cutting back and forth here between Tyler and Becca. Becca is locked in a room with Claire, who is moaning and facing the wall. Becca is only using the light on her camera, and Claire keeps getting closer and closer every time she pans back. It's so scary.
It actually is so unsettling. Oh my God.
And then back in the kitchen, Pop tells Tyler he has to get to the train before the company costume party.
Great. See you later, Grandpa.
Please leave.
Get out of here.
Unfortunately, he doesn't leave quite yet. He asked Tyler, you have a problem with germs, don't you?
Dude, this was so fucked up.
I audibly gasped.
I did too. Oh my God. I'm sorry. I'm just thinking about it and I'm like.
He takes his shitty diaper and sticks it to Tyler's fucking face.
I don't know what's worse, dying or having shit stuffed in my face.
Not just on you. Not
just
it's
on
in your
arm. Face, dude. And you're a germaphobe.
By your orifices. I would fucking lose it. This was diabolical.
No, horrifying, dude. And I'm a massive hypochondriac.
I'm
a germaphobe, and I think I'd pass out.
No, for real.
Like I think I might faint from that, man.
So then we cut to Becca, who is trying to ignore Claire, who is now under a sheet, rising up like a ghost and making guttural noises. It's so scary. And then she ends up. Like, Becca's looking into the mirror now, but with the camera.
Yeah.
And then Claire slams Becca's head into the mirror several times. She's breaking the glass with it. She ends up getting on top of Becca, tries choking her. Becca's able to get a piece of the glass, and she ends up stabbing her multiple times.
Yeah.
I'm assuming, like, in the neck. Then she uses her camera to break the handle off the door so she can get out. We see Claire lying on the ground, presumably dead.
Right.
Okay. Back to Pop. He is wiping shit all over Tyler's face. He's like dabbing it like he's fucking using a makeup sponge.
Dude.
On his face.
I had to cover my eyes because it was making my stomach turn.
By the way, we're seeing this shot from behind Tyler, so you don't actually see
Right, but you know
face.
what's happening though.
You see the diaper and you see what's happening, and it almost makes it worse because you're going to add more detail that they could probably even show you.
Yes, dude. Oh God.
Oh my gosh. So this is happening. And then Becca, who has broken out of that room, runs across the room and hits Pop, but he ends up knocking her down.
Yep.
She tells Tyler to run. She wants Tyler to run away, but instead,
I know.
Tyler snaps out of it and he tackles Pop.
He unfroze himself.
Yeah. He's having a breakthrough, and at the same time, it almost is like he's having a mental break.
Sure.
Because he starts yelling.
Well, you're snapped at that point.
He's snapping because he starts yelling football terms like stay low, stay low. And then he tackles Pop again, who falls to the ground. Then Tyler starts smashing Pop's head in the refrigerator door, like with the door multiple times.
Dude, and also think about the conversations they were having about the father abandoning them.
Yep.
Do you know
All
what I
his
mean?
rage is coming out too.
Yes, yes, exactly.
Everything. So then they run outside crying as the police and their mother get there at the same time. The footage is chaotic because, you know, this old music starts playing that Nana was listening to earlier.
Yeah.
And the camera is shaking because they're running with the cameras, right? Then we fade into the mom's interview. You know, they're all crying, hugging, that whole thing. We fade into the mom's interview. It's a new interview. She's talking about her real parents, you know. She's speaking of them fondly now.
Yeah.
And she's talking about good memories from her childhood. Obviously, she has a different perspective now that all this has happened. And then she finally tells Becca what happened the day she left. The long story short is her mom cursed at her, stepped in front of her to block the door. She hit her mother, and then her dad hit her.
Yeah.
And that's why she hasn't talked to them in 15 years. They reached out to her, but Loretta refused to take their calls.
Yeah.
So she says, I know you were trying to get me forgiveness, but you didn't have to do that. And it was there whenever I wanted it.
Man.
So that's why she felt like, you know, it was on me to go back and I didn't. She's crying. Becca comes in and hugs her. And this is where I was like, damn, this is hitting me in the fucking feels.
Yeah. Because it's layered. It's deep.
It is
It's
way
real
deeper.
emotions, you know?
It's totally deeper than you would expect a horror movie to be.
Yeah.
And she tells her, please don't hold on to anger, Becca. And it's a very emotional moment. And then we see clips of the kids really young with their father, which Becca said she wasn't going to include, but now she feels differently, with sad piano music playing over it. And then I'm glad they ended it this way because, you know,
because it was all so freaking heavy.
Yes, I was like, are they really going to end it right here?
Yeah, we got to lighten this up a bit.
Exactly. So then we see words on the screen. My brother insisted I include this part. And it's Tyler, who's kind of dressed like John Cena, I felt.
Yes.
I think it's just the hat and the chain that he's wearing.
It's the chain for
and
sure.
that he's rapping.
Yeah.
He's rapping and recapping. And he tells the whole story of what just happened to him, basically, and Becca in this freestyle. And he ends with, shit doesn't taste like chicken. Shania Twain, bitches. I was like, I'm sorry, what?
Well, they had to lighten this shit up
Oh,
after
yeah.
all of that heaviness, man.
Literally.
Because that was dark.
Literally the shit. And the
Yeah.
credits start rolling while he's rapping too.
I freaking love this movie.
I love it.
I'm so glad you suggested it because, dude, I forgot about it.
Yeah.
Like, I remember when I saw it, I remember thinking it was great.
I know people throw around the term underrated a lot.
No, but it is.
But I didn't hear about this horror movie until this year. That's why I watched it for the first time recently.
I remember when I first saw it, I was like, oh, damn, this is really good. And when you suggested it, I don't know why, when you first suggested it, I was like, all right. But then I'm so glad you did because I legit forgot how great it is.
Yeah.
It's a fun ride. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say fun. I don't think fun is
Well,
the right word.
it is. It's enjoyable to watch.
It's enjoyable to watch, yes. And the characters are great. The story's great. I loved the swerve.
Yeah.
It's a bomb-ass movie. I really enjoy it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I have a couple fun facts for you.
Let's hear them.
Honestly, I felt like it was hard to find a lot of stuff about this movie.
Yeah.
I did watch a short interview with Catherine Hahn. I read that M. Night Shyamalan used his fee from After Earth, which is a 2013 movie. I was going to say film and movie at the same time. I was like, movie, to self-produce this with his $5 million budget.
Whoa.
So in his own words, he says this was an attempt to regain artistic control.
Okay.
After his recent movies had been denied final cut and even were taken away from him in post-production.
I mean, that makes sense why he went about it this way.
I love when directors do that. I love when they're able to do that. To
Well,
say,
they want
you know
creative
what?
control.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I didn't get to make the changes I wanted to that last one, or I didn't get to do that last movie because whoever said no, I'm going to do it myself. Fuck it.
Yep, for sure.
Like, remember Coherence?
I was literally thinking Coherence.
Yes. So in an interview with Catherine Hahn, she talked about how M. Night Shyamalan was awesome to work with. She says he was inspiring, he had amazing energy, and he worked very closely with the actors in this movie, and they all felt very bonded.
I love that.
She said the one thing that she was not anticipating was how collaborative he was, and she felt very included
That's awesome.
in the whole process.
That is so cool to hear, man.
I love that.
Yeah.
So yes, let us know what you think about this movie. Is this your first time watching it? Let us know in the comments. We do have a YouTube channel, if you're not already watching on YouTube, which is at Chainsaw Girls Pod.
Yes,
That's
it is.
also our Instagram and our TikTok.
Hell yes.
We also have a Patreon where we shout out our top tier patrons every episode, and we're going to do it right now. I actually have them pulled up.
Oh, me too.
You do it, actually.
You want me to do it?
Yeah, you do it.
Oh, okay. I'm going to do it. Here we go. John M, Devin C, Angel R, Jolene, David G, John M, Jonathan W, Rob V, David T, Heather D, Franchise Driller, aka Ryan, Millie C, Adrian G, Chris S, Alexis T, Adam VL, and James C. Thank you so much for being our top tier patrons. We appreciate every single one of you. Okay, bye.